Hello everybody and welcome back to Madden 2005. We are here in week number 1, getting started in year number 2 against the Kansas City Chiefs, the reigning AFC West champions after they won it last year. They ended up losing in the divisional round to the Titans by a field goal, the eventual Super Bowl champions. And so now we're getting started here in year number 2 with a little bit different looking of a team. I know the overall numbers don't necessarily do us a whole lot of favors. I don't know how much stock you can put in that in this game specifically, since the sim always seems to get out of control on its own regardless. So this Chiefs team, we know is good. It's an era when they are good. I never really remember the Chiefs for being that good at this point in time in history, but I guess they were with Dick Vermeil as coach, man, I guess. And that's, something I just didn't remember. I didn't pay enough attention to the AFC West, I guess, but that's on me. But for us, we have a little bit interesting of a situation at quarterback, as you can see. Marques Tuiasosopo. Again, I'm going to say that wrong. Just, bear with me. I said it wrong in the Madden 03 series with the Cardinals, and I'm going to say it wrong here. So, but either way, he's warming up because, Kerry Collins refuses to play for us. He refuses to play. I don't know how that works in old football because, obviously today, we have holdouts and stuff and people who refuse to play, franchise tags and the like, but Kerry Collins is just under contract, and he just is getting paid to willingly not play for us, so that's a situation on its own. So it looks like we are going to have to find some sort of package or deal to get Kerry Collins out of Oakland because he's not going to play for us. So quarterback is now a brand new issue that we're going to have to figure out, but beating the Chiefs is the current present issue, and when they have Priest Holmes doing stuff like this, that gets pretty difficult to do, as Priest Holmes gets a nice first down pickup for the Chiefs to extend their drive now inside the 25, but 3rd and 12 it quickly becomes. Trent Green flips it across the middle here, and the big Warren Sapp getting his hands up to block that pass at the line. So that's going to be a 4th and 12 for the Chiefs. And they have a new kicker because Morton Anderson retired. And this new kicker, they're putting a lot of faith in his leg. And maybe they shouldn't because that kick is no good. And so the Chiefs' first offensive chance ends up in a goose egg as they are unable to convert on the field goal. But they do have another chance here on a 2nd and 12 from their own end. Trent Green, deep shot downfield, and it's going to get caught. And it's Dante Hall off to the races and into the end zone. A humongous pickup for the Chiefs here, and it is a massive touchdown. So you don't need to get into the red zone to score points, I guess, in this game. You just need a big old play like that. One-on-one coverage, man. Trent Green was going to take that all day. You already know he was. I mean, can't be shocked on that one, man. You can't leave him open like that. So 7-0 is going to be the score after the first quarter of play. Our offense not really moving here in this first quarter. So hopefully things are going to get rolling a little bit better here in the second. And already the Chiefs on offense again here in a 2nd and 11. Trent Green flips it across the middle, and it's caught, and he's going to get brought down. And it's Dante Hall again who catches it, but he's going to get injured on that play. So I don't remember seeing him later on in the game, so I think he might just be out. But Dante Hall is injured, but it's okay because Priest Holmes still has 2 legs that work, and that's going to be another first down for the running back, one of the better running backs in the division, probably arguably one of the best behind LT. But 1st and goal now for the Chiefs. Pressure is in the backfield, but it doesn't matter because Priest Holmes has the speed to get away from any of it. He's even going to break off a tackle as he steps across the goal line and gets into the end zone for the Chiefs to get their 2nd touchdown of the day. And already Kansas City kind of moving with a little bit of fire under their seat here. They want to make quick work of this Raiders team that has lost a little bit of a step here. So 14-0, but under 2 minutes now, our offense finally with something to do here. And Sosopo finds... and it's, I believe, do we have? I don't believe we have the name. It's a number 10, and it's definitely not our rookie. Because remember, we only have like 3 receivers listed on the depth chart, and and this one just makes a huge. We lost a lot of guys, a lot of the depth guys that we had in the receiving core. They're all gone now, like Curry and stuff. Those guys are all gone. So we only have a few receivers. So this guy clearly getting pulled from somewhere else on the roster and didn't make it on to the roster sheet. Didn't make it there. So 3rd and 20 now. Kansas City with the football. Just 32 seconds left to go. Trent Green deep shot downfield, and it's going to get caught. But that's going to be short of the line to gain. just by a little though, only a little bit. It's gonna be short, so it's gonna give Kansas City a chance for another field goal, and this time it is good. This long field goal is good. So as the clock hits triple zeros, Kansas City adds 3 more points to take a 10-point lead over us after 1 half of play. So not a whole lot going on in the first half here, man. Just not a ton of drives being put together or anything like that. Just a lot of big chunk plays like that. So and here's another chunk play as Justin Fargas finds an opening, and now he's off to the races here. And he's got plenty of speed. No one is going to catch him because he is gone. And that's another Raider touchdown, another massive Raider touchdown. Who needs to manufacture a drive when you can just do stuff like that? I made the comment earlier in the video that you don't even need to be in the red zone, and I guess we took that to heart here as Justin Fargas bounces around in the backfield, tries to find that open hole, and he does. And, yeah, that was it. Just a foot race after that. So big pickup from Justin Fargas. We need to see more of that all season long. We need to see that. So we're only down by 3 points now. Kansas City with the ball again, and Trent Green, huge pickup here. I believe that Johnny Morton is who he found for a huge pickup, or it's not. It's actually Antonio Gonzalez, the tight end, the legendary tight end. So 3rd and 11 now for the Chiefs, trying to pick up the first and keep the drive alive. Trent Green, deep shot towards the end zone, and it's not going to be caught as that pass is broken up. I believe it was, I think it was Denard Walker who broke that up. If we could get a better look. Yeah, I think it's Denard Walker, who spent all season last year injured, so he's finally he's DB number 2 on the roster this year, so we're expecting a lot of things from him. So a 47-yarder, another long field goal attempt for this new Kansas City kicker, and this time it's a doink. He's going to doink it off the upright, so he is only 1 for 3 today. Kind of brutal, man. So that's 6 points left on the board for Kansas City, which could potentially help them as they are only in a 3-point game right now with us, but we're going to take full advantage of that if we can. So 2nd and 12 now. And Sosopo drops back here, flips one out to the right side, and that one's going to get caught by Jerry Porter, who we haven't seen a whole lot of today. But he is still getting a few catches, just not a ton. So 1st and 10 now for the Raiders. Man goes in motion. Tuiasosopo dropping back here. Tries to find an opening in the pocket here. Breaks off a tackle and finds Chris Cole in the middle of the field. And he's got some open space to get into the end zone. So a bit of an awkward play here as Tuiasosopo kind of finds himself in the backfield with trying to find an opening to run and get out of there. And ends up just planting and finding Chris Cole, who was wide open, thanks to moving around in the pocket. So that's what the mobility gives you, I guess. You know what I mean? We didn't see Rich Gannon totally mobile. He definitely had his moments during last season. We can say that. So we now take our first lead over the Chiefs of the day, but Kansas City will not be held down for long as they are moving, or they are on the move once again. So... but the third quarter is going to come to a close. We're hanging on to this 4-point lead over Kansas City. They got to get into the end zone if they want to regain the lead here. But a field goal will definitely make it a little bit more manageable. So 3rd and 16 for Kansas City. Trent Green flips it off quickly here, and it is caught, but well short of the line to gain here. So that is going to bring up 4th down for Kansas City, and now a 34-yard attempt for their kicker, and this time he can make that one. So keep it within about 35 to 40, and I think he's probably good for you. But outside of that, and I can't really blame him. So 20-21 is the score. 3rd and 4 now for the Raiders, and we're trying to just run it and pick it up here, and we're not going to get it. So the Chiefs are going to get the ball back here with plenty of time to at least, I don't know, maybe get down for a field goal potentially, but it's already 3rd and 13, so Trent Green's going to drop back here, looking over his options, and flips one deep downfield, and that was going to get broken up by Phillip Buchanan. So quick 3 and out for the Chiefs, but they're going to keep the offense on the field for 4th and 13, man, because it's do or die time under 2 minutes. Trent Green dropping back, deep shot downfield, and it's going to be caught by Holcomb, and Holcomb shakes somebody off, and he's off to the races. No one's in the vicinity to catch him, and it's an 80-yard touchdown pass on a 4th and 13. 4th and 13. And I haven't mentioned too much about Holcomb for Kansas City. He's one of the newer faces around here. I think Kansas City's receiving core kind of got a little bit of a shakeup. We haven't seen Eddie Kennison around. And, of course, Dante Hall's injured, as we saw. So we're going to be relying on people like that, or at least Kansas City is. So keeping the offense on the field again for a 2-point conversion. It's a pitch play to Priest Holmes, and he's got plenty of open space and blocks to get into the end zone. So Kansas City takes a 7-point lead. So we can win the game with a 2-point conversion, but obviously we're probably going to be playing for the tie here. So Tuiasosopo drops back here, flips this one out along the sideline. I believe it's Jerry Porter who was able to toe drag and get that in bounds. So it's going to be a huge pickup for the Raiders, getting close to about midfield there. Tuiasosopo drops back and under pressure gets rid of it quickly, and it's going to be intercepted as this errant pass finds, I believe it was a defensive lineman who just dropped back in coverage. Yeah, I think he just dropped back to play a shallow zone and just picked that one off. And that one was supposed to go to the rookie. Lynch was giving Tuiasosopo a little bit of an ear there. Rookie's got to know his place, but on the very next couple plays here, Priest Holmes is going to pick up that first down for the Chiefs. That's essentially going to be victory formation for Kansas City, as they're going to be able to pretty much kneel it out from here on out. And so 28-21 is going to be your score, as we are unable to add any points in the fourth quarter to make this one a little bit more competitive, and we fall short. So the name of the game here, if you've been paying attention to this, is really just the offense just was not really, it didn't have a ton of life, just didn't move with a ton of life. So Tuiasosopo had a couple nice throws and stuff, still had over 200 passing yards, but a far cry from what we were used to with Rich Gannon last year, over 400 passing yards a game. So clearly there's going to be an issue at quarterback that needs to be figured out. This wasn't a terrible display here from the team, but it's a lot of luck here too, man. A lot of big chunk plays kept us in this game very easily. As you can see, we didn't even make it to the red zone in this game. So clearly there's a problem dysfunctionally with the offense. It's got to get figured out, and we didn't have the problem last year. I think there's still enough of those guys that helped contribute to that last year on the team, so there's only a couple links that we can really look at and kind of diagnose that issue, and I think Marques Tuiasosopo is probably public enemy number one when it comes to that. So I don't know how much we can really do to change that, but we're certainly going to look to do it. But Justin Fargas has a great game too. So Cole Francis, I think, was that receiver who had that huge touchdown for us. I don't even know where he's listed on the raw. He might even be like a backup safety or something. It listed it. So, but Warren Sapp with 4 TFLs. It's a great day for him. Sebastian Jankowski didn't even get any work. But heading back to the hub world now, we have a trade set up, and Kerry Collins now. We're going to move Kerry to Chicago, and we're going to get a depth receiver, and we're going to get Chicago's first-round pick. So it doesn't value the pick very high. I still have high hopes that Chicago might have a little bit worse of a year. Chicago's actually a pretty decent team around this time, but we're going to take Justin Gage from him. He's going to instantly become the second-best receiver on the team by doing this trade, and so we're going to go for it. And then we're going to also go to free agency and sign Tim Couch, who's just sitting there. He's only one overall point better than Tuiasosopo is, so I'm just going to give him a one-year deal and just see how this works. And then if we have to do a tandem between the both of them, we will, and that's the plan moving forward. So we lose our second divisional game against the Broncos in week 2, but we do pick up our first win against the Giants, and that's going to take us into San Diego, playing our third division game of the year against the San Diego Superchargers. So that's kind of the switch up here. So we're going to be starting a new quarterback here. I mean, he's technically been starting the last couple weeks, but we're going to get to see the first game with Tim Couch as quarterback of the Raiders here against the Chargers. So I hope to see you guys in San Diego when we play more division games.